Just like y'all had that one case, I think it was like in the 60s or 70s, where the teacher, it was a white teacher, she was started having sex with the student. I think he was like a little Mexican student or something, and they ended up having a baby together. And she just kept going back to him, but he knew what he was doing. The boy's like, oh yeah, she coming on to you, you know, she got this body, this and that. Y'all know what y'all doing. Y'all can say, oh, y'all young. Everybody know what sex is at a certain age. I feel like by the age of 12, I already knew what sex was.
But y'all got.
I wasn't having sex, but you know what it is.
They just don't hold them accountable. Just like when it comes to drinking liquor or smoking before 21 or 18,
exactly.
People do all that before they turn 21.
Exactly.
But just like you having sex before you're 21, I mean, it's like
you know what you're doing. You know what's wrong.
What you're doing.
Right.
But the rules and regulations.
I mean, we get the rules. The technical law on the books is saying that under 18, in some states 17, whatever the age of consent is in your state. We know technically by law it would be statutory if someone above that age limit was having sex with someone below that age limit. Like, we get it. But if I'm in the same high school, like she said, and I'm 16 and he 18, we going to the same high school, is he really doing something wrong?
See, that's
2
different.
years older than me. Is he really wrong? Like, should he really go to jail for that? Like, we in the same, we got the same mindset. We doing the same stuff. We want to go to prom too. You know what I'm saying? So what she's saying, I agree with her. The girls, technically by law, again, not able to consent according to the law. But if we're talking about the individual, she knows she hot.
She needs to be held accountable.
She trying to throw it at the 22-year-old.
They both should be held accountable.
But you know what's sad though? It's about culture too, because I met someone not too long ago from a different culture. She says that her sister and her culture, they actually get married into, you know, they have arranged marriages. So they get married like 15, you know, so to grown men, you know, like their parents. So it's like, I mean, we're not on that, but I'm just saying, but that's another whole thing that you can be with the grown man if your parents consented. Like, how is that any different, though? At 15, 16, you're marrying a 25-year-old, or they always marry young because they feel like the woman, when she's younger, that she's going to be able to, you know.
Because our society decided, fuck that.
Our society said no, but they do it.
Like, back in the day, like, people like used to marry 13, 14, you know, you marry.
Aaliyah and R. Kelly was a big age difference. Like, and now it's a girl going around saying she they child. You seen that?
Right. She don't knock that off.
We're not going to talk about
that. Knock that off.
Oh, that's their baby.
Well, but hold on.
Ain't no way.
You were saying specifically that girls know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Which I think is really removed from a lot of the conversations that we have on a regular basis, because the responsibility is always put on the guy, whether he's 17 going on 18, whatever it is. The responsibility is usually put on the guy, right? Yeah. What are your thoughts on that?
And I honestly want to take it to not just pinpoint the women too, because it's men. Because I talked to a guy who was in high school dating college girls. You like, if we being realistic, like society, the internet, like, it's been so many cases of you looking at this life and you know what this life comes with. You're going to try whatever you can to get into that life. So it's like, you like, okay, this is what I got to do to get here. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Just like with people having babies, just because, oh, if I have this rapper's baby, if I have this basketball player's baby, I'm going to be good. A lot of times when the girls are going after these older men, they see the cars, they see money. It's the status that they get from, oh, girl, he dropped you off in the Benz. Oh, yeah, he sell drugs. Oh, I got the money right here. He'll pay for this. He'll pay for my hair. He'll pay for my nails. Like, we got girls that's in middle school wearing wigs and lashes. Like, we got to stop being like, oh, well, they kids. They not kids. They know exactly what they're doing. They're watching these TV and go back to the TV shows, because a lot of these TV shows got high schoolers or middle schoolers having sex. Yeah. Like Pretty Little Liars. Pretty Little Liars. The high schooler was dating her teacher. Like, bro, you knew what and you kept it going. Like, you knew what you was doing. Like, that's not right. But I feel like at the end of the day, when it's a situation like that, they both should be held accountable. He needs counseling. He needs to probably go. No, she needs counseling. He needs to go to jail, because at the end of the day, that is somebody younger. You could have probably manipulated her, but at the same time, if she knew exactly what she was doing, if y'all interview this girl, she gonna be like, I saw him. I liked him. I got the opportunity. I went for it.
I've heard a guy say that men can't get raped by women. Like
That's
it's kind of like
that is
but
a
that's
lie.
men kind of
so
like
My wife
oh,
say that junk to me all the time. Like, what the heck is going on?
You know how many? You know how many? That's why that one memes and shit they be on the joke all the time is that 2:00. You know what I'm saying? She looked like this at 2:00 in the morning. You done had all these drinks and shit. The last ones left at the club. You got on your Hennessy goggles, and that motherfucker look gorgeous. You wake up in the morning like, I feel disgusted, and that's and a lot of women call that rape. You know what I'm saying? And that's where the slippery slope gets slippery and slopery. Because niggas be drunk. Because niggas be drunk as hell. You know what I'm saying? Just like when they be like, I was so drunk, niggas be drunk as hell too.
I got a question for you, Lance. Because we exist in an environment where we're advocating for equal. Not everybody is, but that's the landscape in which we live in. One of the things that we said was, or that you said was, I can't, that's rape if you're dealing with a chick and she piss poor drunk and you take advantage of her, right?
But can a man be raped? Like, can you?
That's my question.
Yeah, can y'all? Do you feel violated if a woman just took her clothes off and you like, I didn't want this? Are you going? I'm just saying. Like, honestly,
I done had some booger wolves
aggressive
trying to. You know
So
what
only
I'm
when
saying?
they're
Or
ugly.
was too aggressive. Like, no,
Too
baby,
aggressive.
you know what I'm saying?
A pressure from a woman in that situation is kind of tough.
But it's only when she ugly. Because if it's a
baddie,
baddie,
booger wolf.
right? That's what I'm saying. So
it's only
can a
rape when she
baddie
ugly.
rape you though? Like, because
Can a baddie
if
rape
you
you?
don't say you're like you clearly married, but if a fine chick came up and just like started grabbing on you, like you gonna be like,
But I'm a man,
stop
though.
it,
Like,
girl.
hold on, chill out. What the fuck are
you
doing?
drunk. Lamar
See
Odom.
what I'm saying? That drunk shit fuck you up sometimes.
Yeah. Oh. Why can't happen with the booger wolf? Why can't help with the booger wolf?
Yeah, I'm saying that drunk shit that's why these booger wolves be having 4 or 5
But
kids.
the question still remains.
They pull up
I'm
to
listening.
the club,
You're
man.
listening.
Here's the thing though, because the onus is put on men, because we are still, even in 2023, with all of the liberalism, with all of the women are equal, and women can do what they want, and slut walks, and don't slut shame me because I want to sleep with 100 guys, all of that type of stuff. We still are also on the other end of it saying that women are not intellectually capable of making their own decisions properly to safeguard themselves. For instance, we're talking about the drunk thing. A woman should understand you don't go nowhere. If you want to get sloppy, knocked down, drunk, you need to be in the house.
That's right.
By yourself.
With your
Don't
family.
stop going to these parties, getting so out of sorts that you can't consent to what's going on around you. That means that you are so out of your mind that you don't know up from down. And then getting mad that some creep somewhere decided to take advantage of the situation. Now, that doesn't make him right. But at the same time, at what point in society do we actually hold women to the accountability of being an adult?